Hey people, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. Quick video for those that are following the 2022 the real fuel economy video, what our fuel economy is. There's probably a playlist with that, and if there isn't, I'll try and put one together so that we've got the information there. But what I want to tell you about this one is we reset the trip computer at about 33 something thousand kilometers with the road tires on to do a comparison to the KO2s, because off-road tyres, including KO2s, absolutely chew your fuel, and they'll cost you thousands of dollars in extra fuel, guaranteed. So really think twice before you buy off-road tyres. If you're not going off-road much, you might just want to have a second set. Could be worth changing them a couple times a year. Now, this one here, you can see it says after reset. So that's my after reset 10.5. Now, there's important information. Let's go to the after refuel. Okay, so after refuel, that's the one that automatically resets. You can see it says 10.6 litres per 100 kilometres. It is very accurate. But what I want to tell you about this is, in that 913 Ks, I reset trip A when I fill up. So 913 Ks, that's where the fuel gauge is at. Towing a trailer for about over 500, less than 600 kilometres of that 913. 8x5 trailer with 2 engines on it, okay? So there was a couple of different loads of engines getting picked up, in case you didn't know. 1KDFTV engine replacement hospital, a little bit off topic, but engines are about 200 kilos each, so about 400 in the trailer. The trailer probably weighs a few hundred kilos, so let's just put it out there that it's about 700 kilos we're towing, and plus with some gear in the car, but we're on road tyres. The stock standard wheels and tyres the vehicle came with to pull 10.6 litres per 100 Ks. Highway speeds 110-ish kilometres an hour for a lot of that, and the rest of it, the normal sort of, not too many cold start run around trips like now. I've just popped down the servo, you can see after start 11.5. That's what you're going to get in 11 minutes, and you know, obviously the longer you drive, the better it gets. Now, had this been the KO2s, it'd probably say 12.5, 13, somewhere around there, like your off-road tyres. Even the Wild Peaks or the Yokohama, some tyres will be a little bit less, so it comes down to the weight of the tyre and the rolling resistance, the size of the tyre, things like this. But anyway, let's fill it up and see how accurate this trip computer is on after refuel, and give you a little bit more info after we do that. But it's very economical considering we're towing. Take that trailer off, drops down to around 8. So the trailer does use 2 to almost 3 litres per 100 kilometres more with those engines, but it's almost stock standard on road tyres. That's the key thing to remember. 1KDs will do the same. Okay, this is how to check your trip computer in case you didn't know. So let's get the engine restarted. Now, the first thing we do is to work out the fuel economy. We use the litres, 93 litres divided by kilometres, 914, okay? So 93 divided by 914, you'll find it's just over 10, so probably 10.1 litres per 100 Ks. So the trip computer was actually wrong. It was even better than that. And this is my point with diesels, okay? Leave it stock standard road tyres. You can easily get 10 litres per 100, and that's towing a 700 kilo trailer for 2/3 of that fuel tank. Amazing, isn't it? Now, I'm telling you now, if you get rid of the trailer, I can easily get 8. You can achieve the same out of 1KDs by keeping them in peak condition and leaving them stock standard with road tyres. Now, in a comparison, you know, just to talk comparisons, what you should expect in a 1KZ diesel, you can expect to use about 3 litres per 100 more than a 1KD, and the V6 a little bit more again. Now, someone I know, for a long time, he owned 2 120s, one with the V6, one with the 1KD diesel, and that was probably the best fair comparison without any fluff and goo. The 1KD got 10 litres per 100 and the V6 got 14 litres per 100. So that's your comparison on comparing to other vehicles and what you could expect. The 1GD, the 1KD, there's virtually no difference in them on trips, where this thing chews 12 litres per 100 Ks. The other GX that comes on the trip with the exact same tyres, no bull bar, it gets 10 litres per 100 K, so saves about 20% fuel. So the 1KD is kind of actually better. We go into more detail in other videos now. So what's the important factors here? So after refuel, that resets for us. The 1300 is actually wrong. I've actually taken it out to, with road tyres, I've taken it out to 1600 odd kilometres and still had about 20 litres left in the tank. So again, proving that around 8 litres per 100 kilometre thing. Not a big deal anyway. Of course, the fuel economy looks bad until you start driving. Let's go down and have a look at the quick look at the after refuel. You can see at the moment it hasn't changed because we haven't driven yet, but if we drive without the trailer for a while, that will come down. We'll try and put that in another video, but it's also going to combine all the other driving we do, including with the trailer. You can see it's on 13 hours at the moment, and that will be growing. Average speed 66, so combination of the highway and some slower trips as well, so it's not all that. And after start, we haven't started driving yet. Anyway, bit of information there so you can really understand what you should expect fuel economy, what you can get from these vehicles. And I promise you, if I put the KO2s on, it's going to go up at least 1.5 litres per 100, sometimes 2, depends whether you're towing or not and the other contributing factors. But let's say minimum 1 litre per 100 kilometres to go to a heavier, more off-road tyre for anyone, up to 2 litres per 100 kilometres, worst case scenario with some big heavy mud tyres, maybe even 3 litres per 100 more. So tyres are a big consideration in fuel economy. This is reality, what you really get. You can see it, it's right here in front of me. What we do now is we hit that odometer button and reset trip A, so that next time we refill, we can calculate and compare the trip computer. On these 1GDs, they are very accurate, the trip computer. Most of the time, the economy is a little bit better than what it says. So when you're looking at my videos or photos or posts and you go, oh, you know, that no, we don't do the smoke and mirrors. I can put up 3 litres per 100 Ks, 6 litres per 100 Ks when I've had a downhill run from, I've started the engine on top of a mountain and I've got to the bottom after 20 minutes driving and I've got 2 litres per 100 Ks. But that would be misleading, okay? Anyway, people, hope you like the genuine information. If you do, subscribe, turn the bell on. This is real world, what really happens in these vehicles. Bada bing, subscribe, turn the bell on, hit the like button, catch you on the next one. See ya. Oh, and the stupid thing's decided it's a good time to do a DPF burn because we're traveling at under 60 Ks an hour and about to come to a stop. So this is one of the key contributors why people did or do have DPF problems, because like I'm going to interrupt it now, people interrupt them all the time and they never really get a good burn, and that is a problem. Now, just for the sake of the matter, so this is how good the fuel economy is with a DPF burn every 270 Ks or whatever it is, which is way too much for this vehicle that mainly does highway Ks, and that's why mainly that's what we do, because we don't want any problems and we just want to have good DPF burns every time. Highway runs, hopefully keep the engine clear of all that EGR clagging up business, and it'll be gone within 5 years while it's still under warranty. Bada bing, looking forward to the petrol hybrid. More torque, more power, better fuel economy. It is the way of the future, certainly not diesels. Keep the last of the best or move on. See how the fuel economy goes really bad once the DPF burn starts, and this is what happens. It gets interrupted. Do you think it's happy about that? Like a half-baked cake? Anyway, I just thought I'd add that on the end to keep you entertained. Bada bing, bada boom, and DPF burn. Good luck next time.